Thomas dropped 43 pounds managing California state claims, raising a daughter alone without spending one single hour in a gym. Here's exactly how this 40-year-old father did it after every diet failed. You think you need CrossFit to lose weight? Need to meal prep like a bodybuilder? Or you have to give up your career for fitness? That's not true. Thomas handles disability claims for the entire state of California, went through the ugliest divorce while raising his daughter, builds complex Excel tools that blow his colleagues' minds, and still lost 43 pounds. No gym, no trainer, just walking and eating better. Look, I've coached over 100 men through major transformations, but Thomas, he shredded every excuse. His belt went down multiple notches, his co-workers giving him the confused side eye like, what happened to you? Running for 15 minutes straight when he couldn't walk up the stairs before, all while believing his metabolism was shot after 40. Spoiler, your metabolism doesn't slow down until you turn 60, and even then, it's only 0.0% per year. In this raw conversation, you're gonna learn why he lost weight faster while working a high-stress government job, the 3-liter trick that changed everything, how 15 minutes of treadmill replaced years of failed P90X, why tracking protein matters more than sugar or sodium, the mindset shift from this is who I am to losing 43 pounds, and the brutal advice he'd give his stuck self. Let's get into it.
Very mental, and I have to deal with customer complaints, that's other state employees, government employees, so they know the system a little bit better, so they know how to complain and fight harder than just the general public. So yeah.
It's a pain, bro. But no, I just wanted, sorry, you go.
Oh no, like I'm just saying, luckily I know the law on those programs relative. I'm the appeals manager and workers' comp manager and training manager, so I have a bit of experience. I've only been doing it for like 8-9 years. It's not like I've been a 20-30 year veteran, so I'm really pushing beyond, well, I think I'm pushing beyond some people, but I don't know. I'm just doing what I can from the best of myself.
Yeah, well, not to toot your horn, but like in your career, it's transferred into fitness as well. Like I can tell the way you just get things done. I'm not surprised. You know what I mean?
I'm a weird scenario because even when I was overweight, I could produce like this, but I am seeing the benefits of I do feel like I have more energy and I might be able to handle a little stress a little bit better. Like I said, the family stress, as you know, what I had before, that was the most ugliest thing I've ever been through. But work stress, no, it's like nothing. It's just more tedious than anything. But yeah, family stress, that's over. So
yeah, good man. And you're gonna notice the scale is gonna be different as well, or in terms of how it moves. Since you have less stress, you're not holding as much water, and it's good. I'm really glad to hear that, man.
Yes, I've lost over 40 so far. So then I've noticed more and more people are starting to notice.
That's what I wanted to talk about on this call, man. How from the start to where we are now, how the journey's gone so far. Who were you before this, man? Paint a picture of, what life looked like beforehand.
Struggling, managing day by day. It was almost a state of misery, but it's mainly because of the situation I was in as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, misery. I didn't realize how large I have became. It's obviously taking those pictures. And the last, what I did is September 1st. Yeah. So like swiping, and I'm like, wow, I was a big old bear back. Back then I was like, oh wow, I looked like I was in hibernation for a while there. So it's a big, I'm like, okay, I can see the change now after 40 pounds. It's huge. When I first started the program, obviously the change was very minimal. It's just, I know in the back of my mind, realistically, it's going to take 2 years. It's not going to be 1 year, is even though I'm going to try to push out what I can in 1 year, but realistically, the heavier someone is, it could be 2, 3, 4 years because I've probably been gaining this for
20.
about 10, 15 years. It's been a while.
Correct, man. That's it. But isn't it cool that we have that opportunity to lose the weight that we gained in 15 years in 2?
Oh, yeah. I need to start now, getting older.
Yeah, 100%, bro. As you get older, it's like rewind the clock. Was there a rock bottom moment for you, or like a single day where you looked in the mirror and thought, "This is I'm sick and tired," and you changed?
Like prior to me
Yeah.
getting onto,
Was there a rock bottom moment?
maybe it wasn't really it wasn't necessarily the fitness.
Mm.
There was certain rock bottoms. I mean, maybe in a sense, like I kind of had like this some weird acceptance that like this is who I am now. That kind of, maybe that was the closest I got to that, at least in regards to the fitness.
Yeah.
The other problems was more due to the family stress, but yeah, I feel like this is it. This is the best I'm gonna get. Maybe I can get down to 240. I've been hearing, maybe it's a lot of myth out there, but after the age of 30 something, obviously your metabolism is supposed to be really bad. And it's not supposed like, but starting this program was like, oh wow, I didn't have to lift weights.
Hmm.
I the gym just to lose at least this initial amount. Um, I mean, people are shocked. Like, would you go to the gym a lot? I'm like, no, it was just walking every day and eating protein. And it was interesting. People asking like, oh my gosh, I have to keep track of sugar and the sodium. Like, not really. Not
Nope.
really. It's more about protein, calorie count, and walking every single day. Oh, plus the water. I'm sure it helped a lot now since the suggestion from Vinny to drink.
Mm.
Maybe it was both of you. Yeah, 6 bottles of water, which is well, it's just equates to 3 liters.
Yeah.
Um, Too bad fitness can't grow hair back, but
Yeah, dude, that's what finasteride is for.
yeah, I'm trying this Spartan hat shampoo right now that I have to keep seeing to see. I know it's not going to magically regrow. I guess if it could slow it down, why not?
Yeah, try a few different things. I know in a few years I'll have to go to Turkey.
Everyone keeps telling me that, but I keep hearing little things like you still need to have all the medications afterwards just to even try to keep it. So it's
Really?
almost. They said, yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm hearing. I know I need a lot more research, but even when you get it done, you still have to have all the medications to keep it going because it'll fall out on its own without, the medication afterwards.
Right.
And I'm assuming that's for Nestoride and all the other stuff that's out there. There's so much out there. And considering in the United States, especially with the current, federal administration, I mean, it's really hard to get true, valid information.
Dude,
That's why
100%.
that's always interesting getting with you guys because I was hesitant at first. I'm like, oh my gosh, these people, they're from Australia. Is this even legitimate? I mean, I don't want to send money over and lose everything, but after speaking with all of you, and of course, the contracts and everything, I was like, okay, more professional contracts, a firm. Like, wow, you go through a firm, so I felt that was more legitimate. It seemed, yeah, plus even the interview, 30 minutes, no hassle free. You guys don't pick anybody. You don't pick anybody. That really caught my attention. I think I was telling Vinny that too. That really caught my attention.
Yeah.
That you don't take just anybody.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
all
we take
right.
people who are serious.
Yeah, that took me a little coaxing, but I know I wanted this because I'm like, I'm so sick and tired of being this certain weight level.
Yeah. Well, what were the hardest parts of being at that weight that people on the outside never saw?
Say that one more time.
What were the hardest parts of being at that weight that people in general just didn't see?
I would say that that's a good question. I think of it more as because I'm certain things that I want in life in general, like maybe they can't see the true me. because all they can see is the fat.
Yeah.
So I know that's kind of geared relationship wise, but I feel partially that, they can't really see the real me because there's this outer appearance. So it's not the best of me. But I also think even part of it is if I'm not feeling my best, how can I be around people and like, if I'm not confident in my own self or enjoying my own self, like how can I shine through to other people as well? Because
Mm.
being this type of weight and the misery or the everything, it's kind of, people don't kind of want things socialized. Maybe they don't want to be around that. They want to be really energetic and have, that kind of thing. I feel like there's benefits depending on what it is.
Yeah, so it just held you back.
Yeah, I guess it's a good way to put it. It was holding me back, not just my own self, but like you said, maybe other people.
Yeah. And when you first joined, what was the one thing that shifted everything for you?
When I what?
When you
First
first
joined?
joined joined the plan.
Oh, joining plan. Oh, what changed?
Yeah.
Like what specifically, as in like mindset?
Yeah, so I'm saying, is there one thing that shifted everything for you? Some people say it was just the fact that it was so simple and that it wasn't, just eating salad. Some people just said, just the steps or the water or whatever it might be.
I think part of it is the fact that it was a little more simple, just, or maybe it was like lost knowledge. I mean, maybe it's my location, United States, maybe because there's just so much crap out there. But your approach, your program's approach, it was more realistic. It was more achievable and attainable to start slow. And now, as I am right now, nearly 7 months in, something like that, I'm having a little bit more energy. Like I know I want to push. I'm starting to want to push myself a little bit harder now. Granted, I know I complained a little bit, but it's just like I'm very honest.
Yeah,
I'll be
which is good.
at first. It's like, oh, okay, I don't want to do this. I don't like this in general, but like, I know I need to push myself because in order to change. I think even Vinny was saying that I understand the whole term. You have to be uncomfortable to have results, progress, growth. And I think that's the same thing with even jobs too. So I know I'm gonna have to push myself to be uncomfortable in a good way, obviously. But that's why
Absolutely.
the workouts. I'm like, I know I needed to do this eventually, especially because I felt like I was kind of hitting a plateau again. It felt like I was, stuck around like, 225, and then it was like hovering a lot, 222 to 224. I've been hovering a lot on that. So
Yeah.
did notice I dropped quite a bit from the workout from yesterday, a little bit.
And that's the thing,
So
like me looking at the weekly weight, your averages are still going down. So it's good to zoom out. If if things aren't changing, dude, it's in my best interest to starve you so that we get the best progress possible. But I don't want that, so I want to make sure that we make progress but at a comfortable rate. So we're still making progress. It's just harder to see on the day to day.
true, and I'm trying to be, and I think that's my thing. I have to be patient because every time it looks like I'm hovering around, and it's all like, and then it seemed like the 1 week to a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and then it finally drops down a little bit further.
Yeah.
I know, like it's staggering down, up and down, but I see it. Like you said, you have to zoom out on that grid.
Yeah. It's like
That
it's
lot.
like the stock market. I'd love to know, man, what was the first breakthrough that you remember? Like your clothes fitting differently, someone noticed, or maybe you did something that you haven't done in years.
I think it was the clothes. Things were fitting. It's like I remember I was all like, it's like that belt notch. It was one. I was able to one over, to make it tighter. I was like, I haven't done this in a while. So
Nice.
that was great. And even some of my shorts that I have, it's like if I don't have like the tie string tightened, it's like it'll start fall. It almost starts falling up because my phone was heavy enough because my waistline is clearly going down and I was able to I'm actually needing to start to buy new clothes now
Mm.
because I feel that I have lost just enough weight where I can go down a couple sizes. Because I mean, but I think that was probably the turning point. It was two parts: the belt tightening,
Mm.
with that extra notch at first, and also people had noticed without me prompting anything. They're like, "Oh, I've noticed." Like, though, I remember one of my coworkers. She just looked at me and she's like, and she kind of gave me that like kind of side look, like dogs or cats. You're like, because she's like, something is like you lost weight. Like, just it took them a quick second. They just noticed it like that.
Did you get a
So maybe
haircut? Yeah.
yeah. So those are maybe two parts is where I think belt tightening and then more people noticing it.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. And it's something that I've said to people before, you can't buy that. Something it's
Yeah.
I'm curious, Thomas, how is losing this weight showing up in the rest of your life in terms of, let's say, energy, confidence, or work?
Mm, I feel that it was a subtle change over time, but I did notice the energy was increasing slowly. Um, Even with this weight loss as well, even on the days that I lack a little bit of sleep, maybe
Mm.
getting only 6 hours of sleep, even though I'm still not a morning person, but I still have more energy throughout the day overall, or like once I finally start get going, even with slightly lack of sleep. So I feel like the energy is more sustainable. The fact that I can even do these 8,000 steps, I even the fact the energy to do 15 minutes of straight running or, like a jog on the treadmill, the fact that I could do that, I was like, I don't think I would have ever been able to do this in the beginning of the program. Um, and even the few times that I do it, it's like I'm not as badly winded as I would have. It's like, wow, I guess I really have developed the strength in my legs. Like, I think both of you guys were mentioning strength in the legs over time,
Mm.
endurance. So now I got to do that with the workouts too, because I'm trying to remember. I felt so weak. I was like, but I got to remember it's been over 3+ years since I did any kind of real. The last time I tried P90X or any kind of workout, that kind of heavy squatting and the lifting, and now that was about 3 something years ago. And I was like, I got to remember I've lost a lot of that.
And remember, it's gonna pick up really quickly. There's something called muscle memory. The fact that you've had that strength in the past, it's gonna pick up quicker than the first time as well.
Hmm. Okay.
But yeah, what you said about running, you said that you couldn't imagine yourself doing it. That was my next question. What's something in your day to day now that the old you before joining the program wouldn't have believed he could do?
Yeah, I think that was definitely it. It was the
Yeah.
fact that I do that run slash jog for 15 minutes straight. And I think I was trying to make sure I kind of like document it for you as well as you as the coach is like, oh yeah, I was trying to do that for 4.6 miles an hour, 5.0 miles an hour just to kind of get some kind of baseline. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was amazing. That was amazing. I can do that.
It's so cool to see the progress as well. If the old you meant the one who felt stuck was sitting across from you right now, what would you tell him?
I would I'd probably say don't. I think it was almost the same thing like what you guys were saying before, like don't wait. Do it now, even with all the stressors in life, no matter how like it's if you can just get through that first push, that first barrier, so to speak, and just which me that I felt like that barrier of starting the program maybe took about 2 to 3 weeks to really push through that barrier, then it's like, okay, then it's not so bad. The pattern, the habits have been more set in stone. I
Mm.
forget like the psychology behind that. I don't know, it was like 33
21
days.
days, I think.
Okay. It was around something there. So yeah, that's what I would tell myself, even though probably my old self would be like, you're crazy. Because just looking back on it now, like I'm almost addicted.
Yeah.
But I think alleviating that one stressor did help as well. Overall, even though I still did it, even when I had the family stressor, but I knew it was coming to an end, even though it was about like 8 months out, something like that.
And that's the thing. I talk to a lot of people on a day-to-day basis and they say, oh, life's too busy right now, or I have this certain stressor. And it's like the time is going to pass either way. It's just whether or not you make progress or you stay the same.
Yeah. And I know I've been telling myself for probably years while I was going through that, especially when my child was so young. But uh, yeah, I just I had to keep putting it off for the stress increase and increase and increase. So it kind of stopped me a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I think it got to a point where I could finally like, I need, I can't remember the exact moment. But I was like, I can't keep waiting anymore. I gotta do something.
Mm.
I have to myself. So I think it just finally happened. I just think it took a lot.
And
So I
you're
was like,
like
it's
40
coming.
pounds down.
Yes, 40, 41, 43. I think it's 43 right now because I was 264 pounds. This is what I estimated I was in the beginning. So now I'm about 221 point something. Like, okay, about 43. So I'm just hoping I'm like, okay, if I can get down to 200, that'd be really great too. So
Oh,
slow.
100%. We have what, 5 months?
I think I have 5 months left. Yes.
Yeah, bro,
I,
easy.
I think I started on Valentine's Day. So I kind of remember that. February 14th. So maybe after the 1 year, I'll be like, Happy Valentine's to me. Let's
Yeah.
see. I guess love thyself more, I guess, better in a way.
Yeah,
Or
100%, man. That's me. Yeah, for the guy sitting on the couch right now, 300 pounds, if he was thinking about joining this program, but feeling like he tried everything, what would you say to him?
I'm trying to think of a response for that. I would say it's actually, I don't know, it would be almost like a conversation, but like it is doable
Mm,
with the right knowledge because I didn't think this knowledge was possible. So, and you don't have to kill yourself in the gym. You don't have to kill yourself in the gym. You don't have to sacrifice certain foods. I mean,
yeah,
so I mean, that's probably what I'd say. Like, obviously, if it was coming from myself, it's like I actually did. I felt that way. I was in your shoes. It's like, and this is something that I've never seen before, away from the media. Even like, I guess it depends on say, like I said, maybe in the United States. I just feel like maybe there's just not the right information out there, or
yeah,
maybe not genuine trainers actually trying to assist because there's always going to be trainers that don't. They're in it for the money only. And I
At
get
the
it.
end,
That's important. Sales.
at the end of the day, man, what gets more people, gets more money is the flashy thing, the keto, the carnivore, the you're going to lose 100 pounds in 30 days. And yeah, people fall for it. But at the end of the day, as you can tell from my coaching, is very much trying to get people leaner for the rest of their life so that they can then continue living their life with the skill set that I've developed over the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man. So there you have it. Thomas, 264 pounds to 221. 43 pounds gone in 7 months. No gym, no complicated meal plans, just steps and protein. Single dad, managing disability claims for the entire state of California. Going through a divorce, one of the most stressful jobs you could imagine, and he still did it because the Lean for Life method was simple enough to actually stick to. If you're sitting there thinking, I'm too busy, I'm too old, my metabolism is shot, I don't have time for the gym, Thomas just destroyed every single one of those excuses. 40 years old, thought his metabolism was dead. It wasn't. Lost weight faster at 40 than he ever could have in his 20s. Here's the truth. You don't need more time. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need a meal prep like a bodybuilder. You need 3 things. 1, the right knowledge. 2, a simple system you can actually follow. And 3, someone who's been exactly where you are to guide you through it. That's what I do. I've coached over 127 men, over 300 pounds to lose 30 to 200 pounds. Men with careers, families, stress, real life. If you're ready to stop making excuses and start making progress, there's a link in the description below. Click that link, fill out the application. Let's have a conversation about building your plan, not some cookie cutter program, your plan for your life that actually works. Thomas didn't wait for the perfect time. There was no perfect time. He just started. So stop waiting, click the link, apply now. I'll see you on the other side.